this goes back to the thesis that everyone went nuts for this thesis that came out. It's like every manager has a pretty impressive thesis. I have no life, so I go and I read these theses, and they're all very impressive. I mean, you'd convince yourself that Pepe Iacchini is a tactical genius, that he's the new Pep Guardiola if you read his thesis. And what Pirlo's doing, it's just because it came out and it was transcribed into English that everyone went nuts. But it was hard at first to really go at Pirlo because I think he was thrust into a situation where it was almost like a lose-lose, right? That no matter what, you win the Scudetto, it's almost like an afterthought. It's all about the Champions League. You have Cristiano Ronaldo. But to now suggest, and I am 100% agreeing with you here, Nicky, to suggest that now Milan, the youngest average age team in Serie A, that people would have signed off at the beginning of the season for them just to finish fourth place, that they're now suddenly, with all this band of players of under 21s, that they're suddenly now the favorites when you have Cristiano Ronaldo, who you're paying 35 million euro net a season so you can win the Champions League. And now these guys with an average age of 21, they're the favorites? Give me a break.
Okay,
22, 21, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're half the age of Buffon.
I'm sorry, this is starting to get really tedious of hearing you have Ronaldo, so you should be winning. Well, where's Barcelona? They're winning nothing. Just they have Messi, who's apparently so much better than Ronaldo.
But we can't
you
even
can't always go by the
Barcelona's-
fact
sorry,
that there's
hold on,
Ronaldo, so they need to win.
Can't even compare the two. Juve have won 9 straight. Barcelona have been a mess now for a few years.
9 straight because because Serie A has been terrible. Serie A has been not terrible in many sense, but not as challenging as it has been now. There's Antonio Conte and Stefano Pioli, who've been there for longer than one season and have built up a certain level of consistency. You're talking about a coach that's had 14 games and you're judging him to be one that needs to have learned all along. And of course he has Ronaldo, he should win every single game. No, it's not that easy. I think we've just said Serie A is the most exciting and challenging league at the moment. Right now it's difficult, and he's won his Champions League group, one that included Messi, and not just Messi, a great Barcelona side, to be frank, just with a terrible coach.
They should have gone through.
Fine. Well, you know what? They had Dynamo Kiev, Shakhtar Donetsk, which is second in the Ukrainian league, and Inter couldn't win over them. So I'm not, let's be honest, I'm sorry, but there is a lot of good in what they're doing. And I think that continuing to say, well, they have Ronaldo, well, we also have lots of other teams. Milan shouldn't be where they are. They are overperforming. We've always said the coach is wonderful, and it's wonderful that they are overperforming, but that doesn't mean that we start crucifying all the other sides. I think, and I said from the start, they shouldn't hire Pirlo when you have Ronaldo, because it should be about winning everything. Having said all of these things, if there is good, and again, in what I'm saying, and it has been 14 games, Pirlo's not going to be a guy that's going to come in and do what Allegri and Sarri managed, and nor should he be expected to do that. He's never had a career in coaching. Like you said, he has a thesis, and that's all there is. And so you can blame him all you like, but the truth is that he should never have been hired. And yet I still stand by the decision, because I'd rather have a good Juventus that's going to build towards another cycle, lose a Scudetto now to Milan or Pioli or whoever, but at least do something special. And when it comes to Europe, I still think that they are where they're supposed to be.
Mina, when they hired Pirlo, I think they knew exactly what they were getting. They said it, that he's been part of this Juventus DNA. He's been a Juventino since he retired, that his heart was always there, that he knows the team so well. They had to have known that this could have been an issue, right? Because if you have a team that's expected to win everything, but that, when you get Ronaldo, forget whether it's fair or not, but when you have Cristiano Ronaldo, a lot of people say he's the best player of all time. When you have him, you're expected to do certain things. That's just the fact of the matter. It's not me saying it. This is 100% the responsibility and the pressure that comes with having a generational superstar to win everything in Europe. That's why they got Cristiano Ronaldo. So Serie A should almost be like an afterthought now, where it's like, yeah, we're favorites to win Serie A. We've won 9 straight. I still think that Juventus before the start of the season, I still think that they had the most overall talent in the league. I'd say Inter was a close second, but I put Juventus right there at the top. Even the midfield underperforming, but you look at the midfield individually, there's still some pretty damn good players there. Like Arthur was supposed to be the one that would bring what Juventus was missing, and it hasn't worked out.
Matteo, he just arrived. You're looking at teams that have already got a foundation.
How many players have just arrived? I mean, look at Victor Osimhen.
McKinney,
Look at so
the
many
ones that
players
you're
over the
naming,
summer
have all
that have
just
arrived, and they've
arrived.
done amazing.
I don't care who just arrived. Juventus' entire identity for years has been just win, baby. That's it. It doesn't matter who just arrived. You're supposed to win. That's what Juventus have built their entire identity on. I just think
that you can make all these judgments after they play Milan Inter. They could be the worst team that I've ever seen play.
January will be interesting.
In January, you can judge all of this. But I just think that it's just, firstly, you're talking about 10 points. They still haven't played Napoli. And really, frankly, based on this, Napoli, I think they'd smash them 8-0 any point. Yeah. But so we don't know. It's not 10 points yet. It could well be 7, and it could be less when they play these two sides. Once they do, and you can definitively say, yes, they're really making terrible mistakes and they shouldn't because they've got Ronaldo, doesn't mean if they have no one else, you know, then fine. But I just think, like, let's just wait a season. We always talk about the fact that Atalanta did so well to wait for Gasperini. We always talk about teams that show patience. And maybe you're right. I mean, as long as Juve are happy with Pirlo, as long as they're happy with the project, then let's just wait and see what happens. I don't think we should be sacking coaches just yet.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.